Welcome back, everyone. We are here again on the Ham and Turkey Basketball NBA edition. Now, it's rare for me to tear away from football season to talk basketball, but when your brain trust wants to talk basketball, then you need to talk basketball. So, we are here talking some of the big news that's been going on in the NBA these past recent couple days. We know that James Harden just got traded to the Nets. So we're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss how they're going to fit together. We're also going to discuss some of the teams that have impressed us, some of the teams that have disappointed us throughout this early part of the season. And also, lastly, we're going to get into our way too early finals predictions. So, without further ado, we're going to get into it. So if you don't know and you've been living under a rock in terms of NBA land, you know that James Harden has been traded to the Brooklyn Nets for, well, it was a 14 deal. And so the Nets got James Harden, a 2024 second round pick from the Cavs. And then the Rockets got Victor Oladipo from the Pacers, Dante Exum, and Rodden Keurig, whoever that is. I don't even know who that is, from the Nets. And then the Rockets got Brooklyn's three unprotected first round draft picks. And then they also got a 2021, 2023, 2025, and 2027 picks also. And then again, they also got Milwaukee's first round pick from Cleveland. So they got a grand total of 8 first round picks. Sheesh. And then the Pacers may have been the team that came away with the steal of this trade. They got Karis LeVert, and they also got a 2023 second round pick from the Rockets. And then lastly, the Cavaliers got Jared Allen and Torian Prince, Frank's boy, Torian Prince. So, guys, I want to start with Prime. Prime, I want to know, how do you feel about this trade? And who do you think won the most out of these one, two, three, four, five teams? And who do you think lost the most out of these five teams?
The trade overall, well, when I first heard it, I thought Brooklyn lost, but after further review, I think everybody actually got something that they needed. Um, I mean, obviously the next one is James Harden. I mean, you you get rid of some of the depth. I would have tried to keep Jared Allen if possible, but other than that,
Man,
um, you got James Harden with, and if all three of them get together, we good. Everything will work itself out. And then with the Pacers with Karis LeVert, they needed a wing scorer anyway.
mm-hmm.
Like that Brogdon and Oladipo, I mean, it was good, but they was both like point guards for real. And well, at least on that team. And
Mm-hmm.
Karis can go get his 40 every now and then or
Yes,
whatever.
sir. My
He
boy,
gonna start going crazy.
he
Like that's
got
just
it now. He got the keys now. My
I really think
boy.
he about to start tripping on the like he about to go crazy. And then with the Rockets though, I like the little 1-2 at guard with Oladipo and John Wall. I
Mhm.
think that's gonna actually be tough offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
As soon as Victor get his knee right and everything.
Mhm.
Um, with those picks though is crazy too. I mean
Yeah.
you got three first rounds, but the swaps are the big ones because you don't never know where they gonna land.
Yep.
Like
You
they
don't
might
know.
land
Yep.
higher than you expect them, or depending on whatever trade happened, that like you never know what's gonna happen with them picks. Them gonna be big. You might mess around and pull the Detroit Pistons and win a championship and had a second pick in the draft.
Yeah, man. That's a crazy
uh,
crazy
but then
thought.
the Cavs too though. Like the Cavs getting Jared Allen, if they got to figure out what they're gonna do with all these bigs they got. But other
Yeah.
than that, I
They got to
mean,
trade Andre Drummond is what they got to do.
I mean, if you, nah, man, I'll try to
Yeah.
keep Drummond. If it's me, I'm trying to keep Drummond and Allen. But I mean, I don't know how you're gonna finesse Kevin Love and JaVale McGee to another team. But other than
Yeah.
that, I mean, that's just me. I mean, But they could get a lot for Drummond right now because of how he playing. He doing a hell of a job over there. But when I don't think it's a loser in this trade. So like I don't think it's a loser. The biggest winner probably will be the Nets right away, but the Pacers and Rockets set up pretty nice. So
all right, so pretty much you saying that the trade it wasn't even, but everybody,
it
like you
wasn't
said,
even, but
everybody,
it was good. It was
yeah,
like
everybody got something they need.
yeah.
All right, Frank, get in here, man. I know you got some analysis here, so get in
here. So the Nets, obviously the Nets win because like at the end of the day, superstars are gonna win you championships. But that's a lot of attitude in that locker room. Like,
oh Lord,
all it takes is one bad game and that could blow up quick.
Yeah.
So it's like they gotta understand, like, you gotta give KD the ball whenever he wants it.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie's gonna have to learn, like, he's gonna have to be that third option because like it is what it is. He's the third best one on the team. But I feel like he's not the type of person that, like, he's not gonna realize that.
Not at all, and we know this.
As far as
know, he's not gonna defer. We know this.
And then he's supposed to come back Saturday though, so like we'll see them all in action probably Saturday. I think they're playing the Pelicans or the Magic.
So isn't it the Magic? Because they just said that he wasn't playing against the Magic. They just got a notification saying that.
Oh really? I guess
he's not playing against the Magic. Yeah. So we'll see them, but y'all know how I feel about Kyrie. Y'all know he ain't different. But before I get into my little soliloquy, Chester,
that's number 2. We'll talk about that.
Right? Yeah. Chester, you got to give us your analysis of the trade and then the winners and losers of the trade for you.
I like the trade for just about everybody but Brooklyn. I understand that the name Harden, it sounds good, but Harden really isn't a good team player.
All right.
Just going by what he did in Houston, he can't play off the ball.
Yep.
You lose in defense with Taurean Prince and Jared Allen.
Yep.
And then now you're telling me you're going to rely on DeAndre Jordan as your starting center? Just not a good.
Ain't that your boy? That's your boy.
Not in 2021. It better not be anybody's boy. He's done.
No. Oh, you should have heard how hard Chester went for DeAndre Jordan, bro. It was ridiculous.
When he played for the Clippers,
bro,
almost 6 years ago.
Just saying, was he your boy or not?
Yeah, dude. He don't even play now.
Exactly, bro. That was your boy. Just stop. It was your boy, bro.
That's the Chris Paul effect.
Your boy, so what are we saying?
Okay, so
but yeah, I just don't. I think that the names are selling. Like they are going to sell, but it's not that good because like people like to talk about Kyrie, but I think everybody forgot what happened between KD and Draymond. KD last year in Golden State. KD did the same thing that Kyrie did. So you're going to get two people that do the same stuff. So if they ever fall out, they just not going to talk to each other.
Yeah. and that's the most toxic thing ever. Y'all basketball players something else, man, bro.
I just don't think it's going to work as well as people think it is.
Yeah.
Just you got to put it in a human aspect.
Yeah, I am right. I'm right there with you, Chess. I think you hit it like spot on. Like, I just with the Nets trade, like I don't Harden just because I see James Harden and he can score, 40 points a game, and that's why everybody's so hyped. It's like Shaq was saying the other day, like who is gonna be that guy that's gonna sacrifice? Like who's gonna be that guy? I can't. Harden, like you said, Harden can't play off the ball, so his skill set is already set up to where he can't sacrifice or he's not gonna be effective. You know what I'm saying? Or so is Kyrie. Kyrie is probably the most volatile player on the team. No, matter of fact, he is the most volatile player on the team.
I get that, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's the most volatile. You do not know what you're gonna get from him. Like Richard Jefferson said, I walked in the locker room every day and didn't know what I was gonna get, which Kyrie I was gonna get.
But
you know what I mean? We know he gonna score at least 24 points a game. But I mean the temperament. You know what I'm saying? And see, it's not really. It is about basketball. It's not. All of these dudes are temperamental. All three of them. You know what I mean? So how is that going to work in the long term? And I need to have a wait and see approach. So I can't really call the Nets a winner right now. And then, like y'all said, they depleted their bench to get James Harden, and they only got a second round pick in 2024 back. And so, like you said, Dinwiddie's out for the year. And then they still got Joe Harris, who's the most accurate 3-point shooter in the last 5 or 6 years. You know what I mean? So other than that, though, like who else do they have? That's
They got
a
Cam
solid
and
contributor.
Bruce Brown is all right too.
Who?
He's a good he's a good defensive guard.
Bruce Brown is all right too.
Didn't he had like he snapped against the Knicks the other day, didn't he?
Well, it was the Knicks, but he did snap.
Yeah, he did snap. Right?
What's his name?
Yeah.
No disrespect the Knicks. The Knicks have been balling.
Oh, them your boys now? Now you mess with the Knicks?
My boys, but they balling.
Your boy Austin Rivers balling, huh?
Yes, he is.
That one dude,
He is balling.
That's because he wanted to get that extra work when his girls was tight.
Austin Rivers so garbage, bro.
Wow, I gotta get this work in.
But as far as the part of this trade that I really like, is y'all know how I feel about my boy Karis LeVert, man. He finally getting the keys, man. I think he's gonna end the season averaging at least, huh?
He's not getting the keys. The keys already belong to Sabonis.
But Sabonis isn't a wing scorer.
But I like the combination of the scoring between him and Sabonis.
Yeah, I do too. And then you brought up Malcolm Brogdon too's there. So they got solid players, but Karis is going to be the guy to carry the scoring load, and he needs to be the guy that carries the scoring load. I think it's too late in the season for him to make the All-Star team. I would go out
11 games in, EJ. The All-Star game until
I know it's not till February, but he probably not gonna get enough votes to get into the All-Star team.
You gotta remember TJ Warren's hurt now too. He's another wing scorer. Wait till he comes back.
Man, listen, TJ Warren, that's a bucket for real, for real. I like TJ Warren, man.
Don't let Bubble TJ
in the bubble.
You said what?
Don't let Bubble TJ fool you,
bro. He was snapping before the bubble.
I watched him in college. He was a bucket.
He was like the leading scorer in college that year.
That bubble bucket.
Yeah, he a legit scorer. When he was in Phoenix, he was legit. Like he been legit pretty much his whole career.
He definitely is a bucket, but he ain't what he was doing in the bubble. Like that was OD.
It was. But I mean, like I said, I hope him and Karis can work together, because I think that'd be a nice 1-2 punch. And then Chester's boy Sabonis, I like him too. It's an all-star big man. So I think the Pacers really came away, the best out of this trade. I mean, the Nets, we gotta wait and see, how it should go. So that leads me into my second question, which is, I want to know how you guys think the Nets dynamic should work. I want to know how you guys think who should sacrifice, who should be taking the last shot, who should be doing all the scoring. I really think this question is a no-brainer. But before y'all answer that question, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about Kyrie's current antics. Not playing and not talking to his coaches and not talking to his teammates. So we'll start with Chester.
Kyrie being Kyrie is what I expected. And how I feel about it, I don't care, because he's already displayed it. You can't get at somebody being true to who they are.
Right. Frank, what about you?
I'm just gonna say I'm upset he's not getting the same media backlash that Derrick Rose did when he disappeared on the Knicks. So it's the same thing.
Word, man.
You had to throw that in there, huh?
Yeah,
had to get that in there.
Yeah,
I was
had
also
to get
gonna
Derrick
throw him,
Rose in there somehow.
I was gonna throw him getting traded to the Pacers too. He needs to be on that Pacers team if they want to make a real run.
Nah,
they gotta try and pick him up too.
They good.
But yeah.
So what do you think about Kyrie's antics?
I mean, like Chester said, it's just him being him is kind of just what you expect at this point. Like, we've seen it for countless years now. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. I want Prime to go, then I'm gonna go on my soliloquy again. Go ahead, Prime. You go. It's on you now.
Kyrie being Kyrie, man. Like, you only upset if you didn't expect none of this. Like, if you don't expect this from him. Like, if you thought this was gonna be all like we going through a perfect season with Kyrie, then you disappointed. But boy, weird, man. And then when the Capitol things happened, I didn't expect nothing different. I thought he wouldn't come back till Trump got impeached.
You thought he was gonna retire?
Yeah, everything got to stop. Everything got to stop before he play again. Like, I don't know. I don't think, like I always said, I don't think he actually loves the game. He's good at it. So like, if they was to make it, if they Kaepernicked him on some jump, he'd be all right. Like he wouldn't even trip. He'd be like, all right, I don't gotta play basketball. Yeah. So like, I mean, I don't feel no way about it. I mean, they gonna let him back in if you want to play, and if you don't want to play, they got James Harden.
And see, that's the thing. Here's my issue. My issue is that I don't like for analysts and then other basketball players to put a great player tag on Kyrie if y'all know that he's this temperamental. So Prime, you are a professional basketball player, right? If you knew that every time you was gonna play with X player, whoever it is, and you knew you couldn't work with that guy, how could you call him a great player? Yeah, he going out and getting you 25, but the temperament is really what's holding the team back. The fact that you don't know what I'm going to get from you on a day-to-day basis in terms of your emotional state, I feel like it hinders the team. And everyone calls him a great player. He's a great player. He's a great player. He's a great scorer. He's not a great player. He's not a great overall basketball player.
He's a great overall.
I've been saying this whole thing.
No.
He's a great scorer. Name me something that he does. Wait, time out. Name me something that he does great besides score though. Like honestly,
he can pass. He can really play the game. He's just
giving out 8 assists every game.
But what did Brad Stevens say he does?
Huh?
What did Brad Stevens say he does instead of averaging 10 assists a game? What did Brad Stevens, his coach, say he didn't do?
What can he do?
You're wearing a Kobe shirt. You can't say that. You're wearing a Kobe sweater.
Was Kobe about winning?
Okay. Kobe gave him the okay.
Kobe gave him the okay to do what?
That he's a great player.
Hey, listen, I love Kobe, but that don't mean Kobe's infallible.
I think EJ he places your human aspects along with your, because he as a player skill wise he a great player. Like no matter what, like I know a bunch of hotheads. Like I played with hotheads. I played with people like I played with players like that. You like if you show up, we know what we getting, but we also know in the human aspect and like relationship wise, like. But as long as you on this court, like. We know what's up. Like he's still a great player. He's just a little off. Sometimes.
Like that takes away from his teammates though. Like you can't have that like as consistent as he does that. Yeah, like his availability is just not. It's not up there, and you can't have that in the NBA.
So when they consider it, like, is he a great team player?
Not a great professional. I'll give you that. He's not a great professional.
Basketball player. He's a great basketball player.
He's a great scorer. And I'm gonna sit on that soapbox. I mean, I'm gonna disagree with y'all, but he's a great scorer.
Do you respect Brad Stevens?
Excuse me?
Do you respect Brad Stevens?
Yes, I do.
He also gave him the nod that he's a great basketball player, not just a scorer.
See, EJ, I think you watching the game in a different light because like we can see that he can do other things. He just chooses not to.
And that's awful. The fact that he chooses not to be a great player. That's the fact that he can play defense.
When he wanted to run routes and when he didn't, but he's still great.
He plays defense.
When Kyrie ever be known to play defense?
Nobody's known for defense, really. So you can't. You gotta watch that whole.
He's not a bad defender. Like I've never heard the notion that Kyrie's a bad defender.
If you throw a bucket at the end of the game, let Paul George guard
you. I guess, bro. But have y'all seen how he been playing lately, though? I don't hear y'all talking now.
He been good, but it's
better than good. He been better than good.
Waiting for playoff pandemic.
This is what he does the first 20 games of every season.
Hey, listen. What'd you tell me, Chester? You only as good as your last game, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Now Chester fronting. See, now I'm done, Chester, because now you fronting.
EJ, I didn't tell you, like, you haven't stated that I only talk about playoffs. That's the only thing that matters.
That is literally, listen, in your vocabulary, no player is good unless their name is KD or LeBron. If their name's not that, you garbage.
That's not the truth.
He told me that Devin Booker was garbage. He said Devin Booker was garbage.
I said it's overhyped. He hasn't won a game in the playoffs. He's never been there.
He's only been in the league like 3 or 4 years.
That's enough time. I'm sorry. That's a great player, right? Hold on.
If your name not KD or LeBron, you are garbage, bro. Like you just can't live in that black and white world. I guess you can, but I think
we gotta give Booker a break. Like Phoenix is the worst franchise, like as far as management.
Right, they are a bad franchise. I mean, they got a whole segment of Charles Barkley clowning the whole Phoenix organization for being just bad.
That wasn't booked.
I mean, there's other organizations that's bad too.
Like
They're gonna be in the playoffs this year, though.
I agree, they will be in the playoffs, and we'll talk about them when we talk about our teams. But I'm interested to hear from a basketball perspective, and I know where Chester's gonna go with this because we talk basketball, dog on there every day. But how should the dynamic work, Chess? How should the dynamic work between Harden, Kyrie, and KD?
I think Harden should play the one, and you just run KD and Kyrie off screens.
I don't hate that.
That's really that's the only way I see it working is if Harden, if he can tap back into his OKC Harden where he was the sixth man and he just about led the team in assists and stuff like that. If he can tap back into that Harden, it should be fine. Now, if you get the Harden that we seen in Houston, the one that just stands in the corner when he's not dribbling, it's gonna be a long season.
Sometimes he's at half court, not even in the play. He'll be at half court watching the play.
Yeah, just watching him. Like, oh, y'all go ahead. I'm good. I ain't touching the ball.
But Ernest, what you said previously about who should defer, like KD has the best game to defer, but like he shouldn't be the one doing that because he's the best one on the team.
He should not be the one to defer.
He's not deferring anymore. I've watched his game. He's not deferring anymore.
I think I think it's gonna be more James Harden on ball, trying to run Kyrie off of screens and everything to have him in motion, and almost like KD was in Golden State. I shouldn't call him a safety valve, but he's gonna get his. He's gonna get his regardless. Like you're not about to just shut him out. That's not gonna happen. So he gonna get his in more ISO situations. Like okay, boom, we run Kyrie off of a screen or whatever. We might pick and roll with KD and they can pick and roll with KD and James or KD and Kyrie, whatever. Have the other player on the weak side. I'd rather probably have James on the weak side. I mean Kyrie on the weak side because he catches and shoot. He does catch and shoot. So you play that role and then you can't help off of anybody because Joe Harris on the other side.
Joe Harris is a sniper, man.
Nah, you can help off of DeAndre.
Oh, yeah.
No. Well, obviously you can help off DeAndre, but I mean at the same time, you got DeAndre at the short corner. He come in. All you gotta do is dunk. He could be Tyson Chandler. So like,
you got to show up to the games.
Well, that too. But then at the same time, if you run pick and roll off of or like a pick and roll with DeAndre Jordan, also, that's where it's gonna take the most patience. I know KD could chill. I just don't know how long Kyrie or
hold on. The one thing I will say that I don't like about the offense is that it's not going to be the same movement as much movement as Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. And I think that's going to bug KD up. That's going to bug KD spacing up.
Yeah, no way.
They're not as endured as those two. Like they don't. It just seems like those two don't run as much as Steph and Klay do.
That's not happening. No, I'm not even trying to. I won't even.
But I think that's where Steve Nash is from. Correct?
He is though.
He's doing a little coaching in Golden State, so I think
he might try to implement it. And that's why I think that's why I was saying with the Kyrie coming off the screen, already being in motion, that plays to strengthen his game. Like when he's already moving, he's dangerous, and then you can let James Harden is a playmaker. Like he didn't have to really do it. The places that he played, like Houston, they wanted him to shoot. So he wasn't like, but he still displayed that he could be a playmaker. When he was in OKC, he was a playmaker off the bench. Like it's there. He just ain't had to have that role since he left.
So how apt do you guys think Steve Nash? Well, how apt do you think Kyrie would be to listen to coaching? Because Kyrie said, well, was that last week that they don't need a coach? And I hated that he said that. And it's just once again Kyrie being Kyrie.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like I honestly feel like, especially in pro sports, like a coach matters. Like a coach, adjustments and all that stuff. That stuff matters. You know what I mean? Football, basketball, it matters. Right? There's a difference between Phil Jackson and then somebody like Rudy Tomjanovich. Yeah. Just throw him out there. But
don't throw Rudy under the bus like that.
But there is a difference between Phil Jackson and Rudy Tomjanovich, though. There's a difference.
There's a difference between Phil Jackson and like everybody, though.
We got two.
Yeah, like the difference is everybody didn't have the GOAT, and then everybody didn't have Kobe and Shaq too.
Yeah. That helps.
That definitely helps. But Yeah, I like what all you guys said. I think Harden being a playmaker, it could work. It's just how apt, like I said, how apt is he gonna be to be that? Like, and then like Perkins said yesterday, and like it's one basketball, so everybody can't average 30 points a game. So running KD off screens is cool, but what's Kyrie gonna do? You know what I mean? He already thinks that they don't need a coach. So, and then when we saw that live stream on Instagram, and he was talking about he need 5 post ups a game. Remember that he said I need
Okay,
at least
said
5
that
post
too.
ups
You
a
heard
game.
that.
I mean, he's a
bet
tall
you.
guard. That's not really that
That's not a lot, though. That's almost like one post up every.
And when he said it though, to his credit, I said too. I was like, well, that don't really sound like a lot. 5 throughout a 2-hour, 3-hour game. I said that's not a lot. He can get 5.
But you heard KD too, though. He said we'll talk about it.
Right. He said I don't think our point guard should be down near the basket.
Yeah, hold on, man. We
right, right. And I agree with him, but what I do like, what I think is gonna be the biggest issue is who do you guys think should take those big key shots? I personally think because as much as flack as I give Kyrie, that man hit big shots. That's one thing he gonna do. He gonna hit some big shots. Harden has shown the propensity to hit big shots. We already know what we got with KD. You know what I mean?
I think it's more so.
I don't know about Harden hitting big shot.
You take whatever's
I think
available.
it's gonna be whoever going or whoever has the better matchup at the time.
KD.
Yeah.
But not like
Yeah.
KD got the best matchup all 4 quarters. Whenever he
if I
plays.
gotta choose one, I'm gonna choose KD. But in the grand scheme of things, like if we on the court and it's like, like whoever going. I mean,
Yeah, whoever's got the hot hand.
Go with the hot hand though.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're
Whatever
supposed to
the
go
play
with the
is,
hot hand, but will you go with the hot hand?
It all depends how the defense plays it. That's good that you have 3 options like that.
Yeah.
Right though. Like that's a hell of a dilemma to be in.
Right.
A lot of people were saying they don't have enough depth too, but I feel like having those 3, you're always gonna have one of those 3 on the court at one time during the
Not
game,
even
unless
just
they're up
one.
by
You
like
might
30
have
or 40.
both of them on the court at the
Yeah.
same.
You gonna
So
have
they're
to.
always
What you
gonna
saying,
have
Chester? That KD gonna have to guard 4s and 5s all year now?
And that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You get dunked on by Terry Rozier. That ain't gonna work. That's my boy. But getting dunked on by Terry Rozier that's not what's supposed to happen at the 4 and 5.
I mean, Yao Ming got dunked on too. So
Yeah, he did. A lot of times.
so like that just he just got caught. That
Well,
ain't-
how many dominant 4 or 5s are there in the East? You got Sabonis off the top of my
I don't
head.
think he's gonna have to guard him all the time though. This is gonna be certain rotation.
And DeAndre can. I mean, as much as y'all flack as y'all giving DeAndre, he can still switch.
No, he can't.
He can still
Which
guard.
on who?
He can still guard.
All we need
Which
him
on
to do.
who? Okay, it's a pick and roll, and
Yeah, I don't know
you
about
gotta
that.
check a point or a shooting guard.
You don't think DeAndre can move his feet and get a block?
No, I don't. Not from the 3-point line. Not in this league. Not in this league. Maybe 6 years ago. Absolutely.
When he was your boy, when you was going in the bat for him every night, talking about he was the best center in the league.
He was.
He was not. He couldn't hit no free throws in crunch, and they had to take him out. He was not the best center in the league.
I think Shaq is my favorite, and
he ain't Shaq. Don't do that. He is not Shaq. Don't do that.
I'm just talking about free throws.
He ain't Shaq, bro. Don't do that. Shaq averaged 30 and 15. He ain't doing that.
Oh, listen, like I stated before in text, that doc, like that team over. I can't even get a word. Overachieved. So that's why I look at DeAndre like that, because DeAndre has no post moves. He has no games, but he averaged a double-double.
I think a lot of that
shows you how actually good you have to be.
Though.
You remember what Shaq said about Rudy Gobert? You can average 11 points and make $200 million.
I mean, that happened.
Shaq's just a big hater though. Like I like Shaq,
but he be right though. Don't do that. He be right.
Sometimes he just hates just to hate. Like
what's
what
on?
he said about Gobert.
He said if you average 11 points, you gonna make a $200 million, which is right. He only averaged 11 points.
He's
for $200 million.
It's either you pay Gobert or he leaves in free agency for nothing. So it's kind of like you have
let him walk. He's really holding the team up.
You think so?
As soon as they put him in pick and roll, that $200 million is on the bench. He don't got no post moves.
He had a little post hook in the bubble, but that is the bubble. He was looking a little better on offense in the bubble.
$200 million, you supposed to give me more than one post hook.
Yeah, bro. Like for $200 million, yeah, man. Like I can't justify him getting $200 million.
But you
But,
just let him walk for free though, and who do you put at the center then?
You can
just pick
trade.
up-
You can trade. Listen, I would trade him for Jared Allen. Honestly,
You trading who for Jared?
Yeah.
Gobert for
Gobert.
Jared Allen.
And I would like that.
I don't hate that. Yeah, I don't hate that. Good job, Chester. I don't hate that. You're right. That's a good trade.
It's too late now though because the salaries
That's
don't
just
match.
because people like Jared Allen is almost in a Levert situation. He hasn't been allowed to, except for the couple years that they was that grind team.
Yeah.
Like he ain't been allowed to.
He ain't been allowed to spread his wings.
Yeah.
Listen, it's only 8 people that blocked LeBron shot, and he's one of the 8. Hey,
mean,
getting respect for that.
I mean, who was the guy that blocked LeBron shot 2 years ago from the Knicks?
Hazonia?
Who was that, Frank?
Hazonia?
Yeah,
Mario
like Mario Hazonia blocked LeBron shot. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I hate that guy.
Okay,
That dude
EJ,
stinks.
EJ.
Come on, bro.
EJ, he played 18 years. Only 8 players that did it.
Nope, I'm not gonna let you rope me into this conversation. I'm not gonna let you do it.
In high school,
You know all 8 off the top of your head?
No,
Me?
I don't.
Is Nurkic, Jared Allen, Hazonia.
Nate Robinson got him once.
Nate Robinson got him. Okay, that's 5.
Did Noah ever get him or no?
No, if Noah got him, you would have heard about it all.
Yeah.
You would have heard about that, bro. He literally hates LeBron with a passion. You talk about Skip. Noah hate him for real. But I can't remember anybody else that got LeBron shot. Those are only 5 I got.
Hey yo, listen. That's 18 years, about 80 games.
Derrick Jones just got him twice.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah.
And it was in the same game.
that boy
Luka?
losing step.
Luka.
That boy, in a minute he gonna be pump faking with nobody around.
Listen, he in year 18. A lot of them players. Chris Webber didn't make it to year 18.
Chris Webber was pump faking when nobody was around him. He said that's how he knew he had to retire.
He had 4 years up on most of the 4 years up on most of the old school basketball players.
Oh man, yo, LeBron is one of the funniest players in the league. I swear, man. But my ending question about the Nets was: do you guys think they have enough to win the East?
Yeah.
No, not for me.
I want to say the Sixers look great, but like they don't like they got Kyrie, Harden, and Durant. If it works, they got more than enough. But like I feel like that can't be answered until we see like 5 or 10 games. But they have on paper they have enough.
On paper, like I say that on paper they have enough. Like because it's only right now realistically, I think it's only 2 teams that could challenge them. And
those teams are
because I mean they obviously got there, but they still got Drew Holiday, so I think they still upgraded on that situation. But it's like not like you said, it's like 9-10 games in, so you really don't know who is who yet. But on paper they got enough because there's only 2 teams that I think can like challenge them, and I don't even know about them.
Yeah. And that's what Kenny the Jet Smith was saying, and that's what Charles Barkley was saying. They were saying it's too early to see to call any team right now. You know what I mean? It's so young. It's so early in the season. You know, all these teams recently been getting hit by COVID. So, you know, certain teams, they've been having a, forfeit game. So it's really too early to call. I personally don't think on paper that they have enough just because of who?
Kyrie Irving, man. All right.
Sorry.
He might not even be on the paper at the end of the season.
Cleveland had enough with Kyrie on the team.
I don't believe in James Harden like that. Ever since I've seen James Harden, every year, whenever he gets to the highest point when he playing the best competition, he always
but the difference is now he got 2 of them that thrive in them situations. So if he lay a fart down,
nah, it's gonna matter because they don't got no debt. It's gonna matter. He can't lay them farts. That's
a good point. That's a good point.
No, well, I think because they have a Joe Harris on their team or something, like somebody can pick up that slack at least a little bit. That KD and Kyrie don't need much help.
No, like I think people are forgetting if them 3 on the floor at the same time, it's only 2 other people on the floor with them. Joe Harris might always be one of them.
And Jeff Green is viable too. Like he ain't great, but he's viable.
No, he is not viable. Not when you have KD out there.
But he's good.
Jeff Green is viable, bro.
Uncle Jeff?
I'm not trusting any lineup with KD at my 5 and Jeff Green at my 4.
Well, if they all out there, let's say Jeff Green, because Jeff Green naturally plays the 4. So if Jeff Green is out there at 4 and DeAndre at 5, then KD is at a 3.
I'm not trusting any lineup with Jeff Green.
Yeah,
I mean, Jeff Green had a pretty solid season last year.
I ain't gonna convince you, but Jeff Green.
Yeah,
Man,
he
Jeff
actually
Green
played really well in the
is a
bubble.
professional, but he's not somebody that's winning games for you.
bro, I don't need.
That's not who you should put
I don't need
against.
all five. I don't
He's a
need
good role
all
player.
5 of my players to be winning games for me. We just need you to do your job so everybody else can do their job.
So I don't think y'all understand this. Teams are scoring $130. You need just about that 30 clip from all of them.
It's a different impact on in that situation. Like, I don't think it's as bad. Like, I get where you're coming from though, because of the, like, even when the Miami team was formed, I was like, yo, they all gotta have a dub. Like, if they all don't have a dub, they're gonna lose. Like, I get what you're saying.
And they don't have a Bosh on that team. Somebody that's
They
willing.
don't have a Bosh, and that's exactly what they said. They don't have a Bosh that's just willing to sacrifice.
I just think it's gonna be so much motion and everything that, like, say James has a bad shooting night. I think they're gonna get enough. Like, they're gonna put them in motion. It won't be as much motion as Golden State, but they're gonna have them in motion where he's going. And I think what I also think is that they're gonna allow him to shoot the mid range and everything like that. Like, they're gonna open up, let him play his whole game instead of just threes and layups. So, like, I think his offensive game will be a little tailored different in Brooklyn too. Instead of it just being, oh, I got to shoot a 3 or I got to get a layup, like in the D'Antoni situation.
So listen,
D'Antoni over there, but still.
because I like the point that you made. It don't work for them. Like, when Miami constructed their team, they constructed it around veterans. I'm about to put you on to the teammates that they gotta look forward from.
No, I get it. Go ahead though.
Tyler Johnson, Bruce Bowen, Timothy Lua. I forgot how to say his last name.
He's decent.
TLC.
Abercrombie. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Nicholas
he's
Tyson,
okay.
Reggie Perry. And then Spencer's out for the year, or he might come back at the end. And that's it.
And Shamet is good too.
And Shamet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Landry Shamet is nice.
But literally, it's only the guards that's good. They don't have any size and depth.
Nah, I agree with that part. Like, that part, they have a struggle, and I think they might need to try to find.
They got 3 open roster spots now, or 2 open roster spots.
They don't got no money.
Go at the Beasley. It might not help them defense.
Yo, Prime, I said that same exact thing. They should sign Michael Beasley.
Yeah.
I said that same thing.
It won't help. It won't help defensively.
Yeah.
I mean, Beasley can play defense.
Nah, that's my boy, man. Ain't nobody like Michael Beasley, man.
Yeah, nah. I think they should get Beasley for him.
Listen,
Yeah, I
you
just don't
talk about a dude that can give somebody 50 on any random night, man. That's Michael Beasley, man.
Beasley, I mean, you can even put waiters out there, like, as a backup guard.
They don't need no more guards. They need.
No, I know. I mean, they don't need no more. I think they should go after Beasley first. That's first and foremost. They need another, some more size.
Because he's a tweener. He's like a 3-4,
He's
right?
like a 3-4.
Yeah, 3-4. Yeah, I've always loved Michael Beasley, man. He's always been one of my guys.
Beasley was supposed to go to Monroe College and play against MCC the year that he went to Kansas State. I said, man, they was gonna give y'all 50.
So quick though, so quick.
75.
like Chester. I was telling you, I'm like, yo, people act like Michael Beasley like really not nice. Like,
bro,
he really is good though. He just
so that's the first player I ever seen average a double in college and not really try.
Light, bro, like
word, bro. What was it? Him and Bill Walker, right?
Bill Walker was tough too in college though.
Yeah.
That was
Michael Beasley.
They had Pullen.
You said what, Frank?
He was on the Knicks for a little bit, right? Bill Walker.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. But that Bill Walker and Beasley combo, whoa my god.
Yeah. You know what's really got me hyped? Watching his videos on Facebook.
Yeah, when
all his live videos where he be in the gym just killing people.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Dude still in the league, smoking and talking crazy. I'm them ones.
he said I'm your favorite player's favorite player.
Yo, he was giving John Wall the business. He was giving what's the name the business too, who used to play for Brooklyn. The power forward that's in Toronto now. Can't remember his name right now.
Amir?
Nah. Jefferson. Ain't it something? Or he got 3 names.
Hollis Jefferson?
Oh, Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
Yeah.
Well, he out the league. He got cut.
But I'm just saying, when he was on Toronto, Beasley was giving him the business. That's probably why he got cut, because he was on Instagram getting smoked by a dude that ain't in the league.
No, wasn't Beasley on the Lakers too?
Nah, he got signed by him, but he didn't decide to go to the bubble.
Oh, that's right. Dang, man. The league is better when Michael Beasley's in it, man.
Yeah, they should go get Beasley.
You guys think if this Nets experiment doesn't work, it turns into the same thing when they traded for Pierce, Garnett, and all them? Like, because they traded away all those picks. If it doesn't work,
I think it all depends on when they get put out this year. If they get put out in like the first or second round, they're making changes.
I mean, yeah, I'm right there with Chester, man. It's pretty much championship or bust at this point.
No, it's not championship or bust, but they got to go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
I don't think it's championship or bust either, because I always say, anytime you put a group like that together, like, you got to figure out the chemistry and everything. I don't think this one would take a while like it did in Miami. I actually think they'll gel a little bit sooner, but I mean, I'll give them at least a season. But I do think, like I said, I only think 2 other teams can beat them, so they have to at least make it to the conference finals, bro.
Frank, what you think?
Yeah, you just gotta. I say 2 years.
Yes.
See what happens, because like they're all still really young. Like when they got Garnett, Pierce, and all them, they were like 34, 35. So like,
yeah, they was like, yeah, this championship
on the way out.
Yeah. And then if you get them an off season, they get time to gel. You got free agents that's gonna definitely come to Brooklyn now.
I don't think they got the money for it.
No, I mean the veteran ones. They ain't gonna get nobody like great, but you get those glue guys. That can,
people that sacrifice some paychecks to come win.
I don't think they got they do have the cachet for it, but I just don't think that. But that's not as attractive as playing as I think people look at it.
But you got to think
with that, like playing with them, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's as attractive as people make it look out to be.
I don't think I'm not saying that it's like everybody gonna go running, but they're gonna have a few of them that they can pick from.
They're gonna have to sign everybody on veteran minimum contracts, though.
I mean, right? But that's what I'm saying. Well, you can round your team out with like that, though.
Because like, if they were to sign JaVale McGee, I would like that.
That would be nice.
Over
he's still
DeAndre. Like you could finesse that.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. They gotta wait till people get bought out.
Yeah.
Because there's no real good veterans out there.
Not off the top of my head.
I'm about to look up free agent bigs real quick. There's gotta be somebody out there.
Huh?
You only gotta be decent. We don't need you to be great. You just gotta be viable.
Nah, because it was sometimes Mike Miller was great. It was sometimes that Rashard Lewis was great.
But
you need them to be great.
But Mike, see, first Mike Miller, he a different dude. That's my dog. But
sniper.
Yeah, like, but he wasn't great all the time. Like, yeah, you gotta have spurts.
No, but listen, it was sometimes he wouldn't play. He would play one game, but that one game he was ready.
Yeah, right? No, I get it. Yeah, because even in that finals situation, when the three couldn't score for nothing, this boy went off for 7 threes. Like, oh, what? Chill out. What's going on?
Yeah, Mike Miller, he was a good player though. Even when he was on Memphis, he was a good player too.
And that's the other thing. A lot of the people that they got, they could play defense. Like who did they have in Miami as their backup center? Joel Anthony or something like that.
Anthony. Yep.
You need.
That's
defense.
what I'm saying though. You can get a Joel Anthony for a veteran minimum, bro.
But where is he?
I was about to say, let me see who a free agent next year anyway.
Did you look and see who the big free agent bigs are?
I tried to look like current ones who they could pick up mid-season, but it's not showing me. So
this season I'm not. I was talking about for next season.
Oh, for next season it's Kawhi and CP3.
Well, we know they ain't getting them.
Right. Only way they're getting them is if LeBron recruit them. You know how LeBron be recruiting during the summer.
I mean, that's the crazy part. They still got room for a third star.
Yeah, they do still have
Still
room for a
powerful.
third.
I
I'm
mean,
trying to look at
you can get
realistic players,
LaMarcus
though,
for a
that can
minimum.
play.
He ain't doing nothing.
You said who?
he was
Aldridge.
Shaqtin' the Fool's number one
Maybe.
play yesterday.
What you mean, LaMarcus?
Yeah, man, he ain't doing too much of nothing, man. Go ahead.
He is like 37. He's like 37 years old too. He could
They
be
can
picked
get
up
him
for
for.
that.
They can get him
Who
for like.
LaMarcus
Well,
Aldridge
that
is
too.
37?
Yeah,
Yeah.
LaMarcus been playing. He don't play with Brandon Roy.
He don't play right. He right. He old.
37? I thought he was like around our age, like maybe
No
just hitting
way.
30.
Brandon Roy, like he said, he was playing with Brandon Roy, bro.
Wow.
Paul Millsap,
He
I think.
started
Right?
the Portland train.
Paul
Mike
Millsap?
Beasley. Listen, this is who they got to choose from: Mike Beasley, Jordan Bell.
I like Jordan Bell though.
Garbage.
He's too small.
Yeah. He's just a dumb athletic dude that don't know how to play basketball.
They should get Carroll.
Damari,
Carroll.
Yeah,
he out there?
he's a no. Yeah, I think he out there as a free agent.
If he out there, I go get Beasley and Carroll.
And I would say it's either Tyson or Wilson Chandler, or they already had Wilson Chandler. They got rid of him.
Oh,
I
yeah,
get
they got rid of
Tyson
him.
Chandler too.
Huh?
I'll pick up Tyson
I
Chandler.
pick up Tyson. Isn't Tyson close to 40?
So what? We just need you to do what you do.
I'm just saying. I mean, I like DeAndre over
Or,
Tyson.
hold on. I think they still on team. They just I don't know. I think it's just Michael Beasley and Jordan Bell for now.
Side note,
I'll pass on
Derrick
Jordan
Rose is a
Bell.
free agent next year.
Yeah.
I'm happy
Who
with
is?
that.
Passing on Jordan Bell for real, for real.
You said who?
I'm passing on Jordan Bell.
Oh, I just said Derrick Rose is a free agent next year. I was
Oh
just
my
saying.
god, bro.
I don't want to see him in Brooklyn though. I don't want to see him.
No,
sitting
I don't
I'm
wanna
not
see him
talking
in
about
Brooklyn
I
either.
just meant overall. It was a side note. It had nothing to do with what we talking about.
I want to see him.
Gosh.
The
wanna
Lakers.
see him in
The
Indiana.
Lakers could use a backup point
Hey,
guard.
hey,
Oh
chill,
Lord.
chill, chill,
If he went to the Lakers, I wouldn't even watch basketball.
LA
I wouldn't
talk.
even watch basketball if he went to the Lakers.
Why?
I swear I would.
Nah, he
Why
already
do you-
tried. He already tried to play with LeBron. He was like, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it worked for like one game. It wasn't it.
What Uncle Shay say? He said Derrick Rose left with a brush cut and came back with dreads.
He was stressed out, boy.
Why do you hate him so much?
Yo, son, Uncle Shay is funny, bro. He said he left with a brush cut and came back with dreads, though.
Yo, they could get Whiteside next year.
Nah,
No.
absolutely not.
That's an argument waiting to happen.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. There's no way I'll put those four in a locker room ever.
Man, listen,
It's not a chance.
listen,
Nah.
if Larry Bird, I mean, if Donnie Walsh pass on you, I gotta pass on you. And he passed on Whiteside.
For good reason, right?
I don't, Whiteside is terrible, bro.
Bro. I mean,
He had
what
like
is
one
he? Is he
good
7
season.
foot or is he like real close?
Nah, he's 7 foot. He's legit.
7 foot, right?
He's a legit 7 foot.
Bro,
just-
he was coming off the bench in Portland last year. Remember he got that contract from Miami too?
Listen, because
He got
Donnie
benched in
Walsh
Miami.
passed on him.
Bruh, man. Yo, Whiteside gotta be one of the worst players I've ever seen. It's ridiculous.
John
man.
Henson is out there.
Garbage.
He's decent. He's not that bad. He's not that bad.
He's a great backup.
They can go get Joakim Noah. I'm trying to say, man, listen.
He
I ain't
retired. He's
never-
done.
listen.
I would get Joakim Noah on my team just to spite LeBron. I really would, bro.
That ain't spiting LeBron. That's
That
spiting
is
yourself.
He
'Cause you
hates
gotta
LeBron.
play him. You gotta play him, not LeBron.
We get him to
You
foul. We
gotta
get him
play
to
him.
foul. We get him to foul LeBron like twice a game. Take LeBron right out of his game. You see how he be acting when somebody swipe across his face and don't even touch him?
Nah, he just trying to make sure his edge up stay there.
LeBron's so
Tyler-
dramatic when he get fouled, bro. He's so
I
dramatic.
don't think he's dramatic. I just think it's a 6'8" person falling, and it looks terrible.
Oh my gosh, man. All right, so I want to move on to the fourth. Was it the third question? This is the third question. The third question I have is I want to know who you guys think is a team that has surprised you, and then I want you to give me a team that you're disappointed in. Who's gonna start? Frank, you gonna start?
I'll start. Honestly, no team has impressed me at all. Like every team in the league is like 9-3, 8-4. Like nobody looks great. Like nobody looks great at all. As far as disappointing, I want to say the Nuggets, just because like they they left off on a good note last year, and they look super average so far. But Michael Porter Jr. has been out, and then Gary Harris doesn't look like he did in the bubble. And then
Chester's
They
boy.
did lose. Yeah, they'll figure it out. But that's all I got.
Okay.
I don't, no team is surprising me. I thought everything that they're doing, I kind of figured it would be like that. Or at least like all the teams that is in the playoff situation, no team is actually surprising me. But I'm gonna say New Orleans. I thought New Orleans will be a little bit better than what they actually
That was
are.
my second choice.
Huh?
That was my second choice.
Yeah. New Orleans is surprising. Is disappointing me right now. I think they'll figure it out a little. They'll start getting it going, but
I just think Zion's way better than what he actually is. That's just my personal opinion.
I mean, the boy 19 years old.
I mean, no, ain't no excuses for professionals, no sir. No.
No, I mean, but if I was putting up the numbers he was at 19, I'll take that.
Prime, you also aren't as stupid athletic as he is.
No, I'm saying if I'm him,
but
I'm
you're
like,
probably a way more skilled basketball player than he is. It helps to be. What LeBron say? You can be athletic and play in the NBA still.
That's my thing. He still has to work on being more skillful because he hasn't had to do that. I'm probably more skillful in that sense because I'm 6 foot. I have to be skillful, or it's not happening for me.
Right. Do you think he, from what you've seen from him, do you think that he will work on his game like that? Like he will work on the nuances of the game.
His mom and dad are both point guards. He's gonna for D1 schools, like he'll get skillful. He'll get his skill up. He'll get his skill up.
I don't know.
Household full of 2 point guards.
We'll see.
Like
I ain't encouraged, but Chester, who are your surprise teams and your disappointment teams?
My surprise team is the Boston Celtics, just because they've been doing all of this without Kemba. And I actually see a jump in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum's game. And my biggest disappointment, I'm gonna have to say the Hornets. I thought the Hornets were gonna be way better.
Why?
Because they get LaMelo Ball, and he's doing his role.
Yeah, he's hooping. I like LaMelo.
And it just with him and Gordon Hayward, PJ, Miles Bridges, like they got talent down there. It's just not coming together.
But like you said, everyone's been saying, I mean, it's only 10 games. It's early. It's still a lot of time left. If I have to give a sleeper team, or a team that I like seeing the Suns. I like what the Suns are doing. Chris Paul's definitely made an imprint on the team. Y'all already know how I feel about Book. Book's a walking bucket. No one can guard him. And the thing I like about Book is that he don't need the ball. He don't need to dribble the ball 100 times to get 25 points.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
So Book isn't a great player because he's a walking bucket, right?
No, I did not say that. Book is go look at Book highlights. Book actually plays defense. Book has defensive highlights though. Name how many. Kyrie has like one defensive highlight where he's going and chasing down block. I'll give him that one. In this series 2 years ago in Milwaukee, where
he just had one before.
What'd you say?
You talking about in the playoffs?
Yeah, Kyrie has a defensive highlight.
Where Devin Booker on playoff
Book's
highlight?
Been in the league like 3 years.
That on Book, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
hold on, ain't that his team?
I mean,
ain't no excuses. Hey, yo, didn't he just tell you ain't no excuses for A?
Tell me ain't no excuses.
No, Prime was trying to make this.
Oh, yeah, he did. He said 19 for your professional.
He is a professional.
Devin Booker professional. I do not want to hear any excuses.
Listen, people got to take in consideration what the point I was trying to make.
Oh, now we got consideration.
No. The point I'm trying to make, that point I tried to make about Zion is that people think he's way better than what he is. Like you just said, he's not a skilled player. He's a dumb athletic player. There's a difference between the two. Book is a skilled player and Book is getting better. He was on a really bad team. The Pelicans are not a really bad team. They have a lot of talent on that team. Book was on some really trash teams in Phoenix, and like I said, the organization they just went through 3 coaches in the last 3 years.
That ain't no
Zion is
excuse.
19 years old.
I
Earl
don't like an
Watson.
excuse.
Yeah, like I mean, Earl
Zion
Watson messing around with Joy Taylor, like
Years old, bro.
you know what I'm saying? Like what? Book hasn't had any stability. He is finally now getting some stability.
That's
Aiden,
not like an excuse
My
to
fault,
me.
my fault, Zion. I ain't making it yet.
nah, I mean it's
My
just a
man can't
fact.
even
He's
legally
getting
buy a
stability
player,
now.
bro.
If the stability and continuity matters in professional sports, Book is finally getting that. He's playing better. He's got a point guard. Who was the one? I think it was Prime. It was either Prime or Chester that was like, "Yo, once Book get a point guard,
I
he's gonna
said
be
it.
really good."
Yeah, we know
Okay,
that.
he got one of the best point guards in NBA history. They got Aiden. Who is the wing? I don't want to say it's
Miles,
not
or
Michael
not,
Bridges.
it is Michael Bridges.
Is it
Michael
Michael Bridges? That's the
my
wing.
dog.
He's really good too. You know what I mean? They got a lot of good pieces, and they're gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? But when there's no stability in the organization, what do you want them to do?
But you gave him an excuse for not making a play. Melo made it his first. He made it to the playoffs his first year.
And LeBron didn't LeBron miss it his first year?
No, he missed it. his first year.
LeBron sat his first year out.
He missed
Yeah.
the playoffs his first year.
But
We
in my
No excuse.
I didn't make an excuse.
Hey,
I
I'm
stated
just saying.
facts.
And they all got
The Hammond contradiction podcast.
Nah, I
It's a
stated facts.
contradiction.
I stated facts.
Listen,
No continuity.
Melo and Wade got drafted 3 and 5, so that means they was on trash teams too. So
The Denver Nuggets were trash when Melo first got there.
he was drafted number 3.
I'm just asking, was the team
Yes,
trash?
they were
though?
trash. I don't even remember who
them
was on
being-
that team.
I don't remember it
before
being
that.
as trash as you
They
say they
had
are.
who they have on that team?
I
Anthony
don't know.
Carter.
They got Kenyon
They had
Martin,
Sean Leonard, Marcus
Anthony
Camby.
Carter,
Anthony Carter, Earl Boykin.
Nahara, whatever.
Yeah,
Rado
bro.
Nahara. Yo,
Bro.
Nahara had buckets though. Stop fronting.
Yeah,
Nahara had
Yeah,
buckets.
he was like,
Yeah, he had buckets. Y'all better stop doing that to Nahara. He had buckets.
Nahara cool, but he wasn't that. They
Yeah,
was
buckets.
trash. They made it to the number 3 pick.
I want to look up that roster because that was pretty bad.
Yeah. Look up that roster real quick while I give my
2002.
disappointment team.
2002 roster.
Who is your disappointment, EJ?
Your Mavericks.
The Mavs?
Yeah,
My
they
boy?
should be better. Luka came back to basketball out of shape, and his coach called him out on it because he came back out of shape. So therefore, he disappointed me because I'm expecting greatness from Luka at this point. I think Luka will win the MVP in like the next 3 or 4 years.
I can see it happening, but to me, Luka is just another James Harden.
Well, they do have similar
Your game is the exact same.
No, they have similar games.
It's the exact. It ain't similar. It's the exact same. There's a lot of pounds.
He shoots a lot worse from 3 too.
Yes, he does.
A lot worse.
Bro, he was at the beginning of the season. He was airballing from 3 almost every game, bro.
Because he don't. That's not what he used to.
Luka, I said the Mavs are my disappointment team.
They disappointed you? They won today.
But we haven't had what's this called either.
I think they won 5 straight.
They won 5 straight.
Prigioni
They
came
won 5
back and
straight.
they hooping right
Did
now.
you say Prigioni or Porzingis?
Not Prigioni.
I was about to say not
Porzingis.
Pablo Prigioni.
Prigioni about 47 right now. But
Right,
nah,
he was like 40 in the
he
league.
was 37 when he got to the league.
Oh,
that was his
God.
rookie year. Really,
Yeah.
that was his rookie year.
37-year-old rookie.
Some stuff like that.
Also, this Nuggets roster, this is bad. This 2002, I looked it up.
Exactly.
I don't
Who is it?
recognize half of these players. They got
Exactly.
Mark Blount. Remember Mark Blount?
Yeah, I remember Mark Blunt. He used to play for
Mark
the
Blount,
Celtics.
I know him.
Shimon Williams, Rodney
I
White.
remember him.
Then there's a lot of players I don't remember Kenny Satterfield. I don't remember
wait.
Daniel Harvey.
I know
I don't
him.
remember Adam Harrington, John Crotty, Mark Bryant, Devin Brown. I remember Devin Brown. Ryan Bowen he was all right.
Devin Brown from the
Easy.
Spurs.
Trash, bro.
Yeah, this team is
Easy.
pitiful.
They probably would have lost in the NCAA tournament with that team.
But then they got Melo and they got better.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. Melo should have rookie of the year.
Marcus Camby wasn't on the team.
No.
Yeah, he was.
Oh yeah, he was on the
see,
team.
I know what I was talking about. And Voshan Leonard.
That was the next year. That was his
okay.
rookie
Yeah.
year.
I think he got them next year. I think they got Kenyon Martin the year after that too.
Right. They had to build it. I mean, look, right. You had to build a
Michael
roster.
Boliak.
You had to get some continuity.
But he made the
Bro,
playoffs with that
Lincoln.
roster he just announced.
But
Damn, Earl Boykins was 5'5", and that's how
Yeah, he
tall you
was.
said
yeah,
you were.
bro,
He
he
was like
he had
5. He was
buckets
the
for
same
real,
height as
for real, too.
EJ. See,
That could have been you.
Could have been me, but my calling was football. I was Aaron Donald
Yeah.
before Aaron Donald.
but
What's
you
the score of this? What's the score of the game tomorrow? Who you got?
Which one?
The Bills game.
27-24. Buffalo.
Oh,
Buffalo.
you meant to say Ravens?
No.
It's because you PFF with him.
Yo.
You gonna be live tweeting during the game?
Yeah. I got over like I'm getting close to 2,000 followers now, so my live tweets actually matter.
Damn.
Dude.
They actually gonna matter. Yo, my mention's been blowing up all day, bro. All day.
Yeah, because you
I
said
asked for this life
gonna
though, so
win,
I ain't
you
tripping. I asked for this life.
Hey, yo, don't ever call yourself Aaron Donald again. I heard that.
Bro, go look at my highlight.
I know. Listen,
Oh, okay, I was about to say,
I
go
talk
look
to
at my
your
highlight.
teammates all the time. I talk to your teammates all the time. But
I was Aaron Donald before
not
Aaron Donald.
Not Aaron Donald.
Okay, I'm just telling you what it is.
They gave me respect. They told me you real deal on the field. But Aaron Donald is a stretch.
Just saying. I was small.
Hey, someone on my timeline just said John Moran would eat up AI if it was today's game.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
I need you guys' reaction off this because this dude makes a lot of wild
gotta
tweets.
understand, AI was a dog, bro. Like no one could stop AI. Literally, no one could stop AI from scoring.
Yo, they said they would rather guard Kobe than AI.
Like, like I don't understand where all this AI front comes from.
Maybe because of how he went out. I think that's
okay. I'll agree with that because he did go out. He definitely went out very bad.
He went out in the AI fashion, but
he went out in a Detroit jersey. No,
that too, right? That don't help nothing.
That don't help at all.
But people just forget about these Sixer days. How like he was like the most unguardable force that whole time he was in Philly.
Listen,
like, no one could guard, and they was like steadily.
He was still that in Denver,
right?
Averaging 26, bro.
Gilbert said, "I would rather guard Kobe than to guard AI, bro."
Man, I just don't. And I like Ja. I love Ja. Like that's one of my favorite point guards right now. But he wasn't AI. He not AI, man.
I agree with you guys. I just want to show him these reactions. That's it.
Yeah, bro. Like,
yeah,
Ja will get there eventually. I just don't think. Obviously, I don't think it is right now.
Probably will hold his own, but
yeah,
it ain't going.
Exactly, especially like a prime AI when he was like first coming out of Georgetown.
Running around that court so much, boy.
Yeah, bro. And
AI he ain't gonna have the legs to jump.
And AI, like you said, AI used to run. He used to move without the ball. He had the crossover game. AI could score in any way. He obviously wasn't the best 3-point shooter, but there was not a way AI couldn't score on the court. And he was playing defense too.
Man, he's putting up 60 like what he had 60 in his contract as a bonus.
Yo.
Like, bro, what?
Yeah, AI was different, man. I hate when people try to disrespect my boy. But we've come to the section of our show where we are gonna do our way too early finals predictions. So I want everybody to do your way too early finals predictions and tell us who's gonna be in the NBA finals based on what you've seen in these. What is it? 10 games, 12 games. It's way too early, so no one's putting any official stamps on this.
I'm taking Boston and Lakers.
Not for nothing though. Weren't you the one disrespecting Tatum last year?
And wasn't I the one that just say I seen the jump in this game?
Okay, my fault. I'll give you that.
Jaylen Brown looks really good too.
He looks on you.
Jaylen Brown looks crazy.
No,
but he did. Did he not disrespect Tatum Thompson? Oh, he not that really that good though.
He wasn't. He making a jump.
Nah, he been that good, bro. See, everybody can't be garbage in the NBA, bro. Like,
I didn't say he was garbage. If there's room to improve, and I can see that, why would I tell you that you're better than what you are? How about you be that first, and then I'll give it to you?
So Tatum wasn't that person?
Oh, did they go to the finals?
They went to the Eastern Conference Finals and he dunked on LeBron. Remember? Oh yeah, Tatum dunked on LeBron.
Oh, hold on. On the team with Tristan Thompson, who else was there? George Hill. Who else?
Jumper, was he still on the team at that time?
Wasn't Sean.
Wasn't.
Bro, I'm not letting y'all rope me into this conversation again.
Oh,
always trying to rope me into this conversation, bro. Maybe
Listen,
one day we will set aside an hour to have this conversation. But today is not this day.
The Celtics was the better team, and they lost.
They did.
LeBron.
LeBron is a Hall of Fame caliber, GOAT level player. So that is why they lost. He's the second greatest player to ever do it.
Go ahead.
Okay, who was your other team? You said the Celtics and who else?
Lakers.
Lakers? Okay. Oh man, another historic Celtics Lakers rivalry in the finals.
It all depends on Kim, but really, I just.
But that would be a great that'd be
Oh.
interesting finals though. That'd be more interesting than the Heat and Lakers.
I disrespected the Celtics. My bad. I said it was only 2 teams that could challenge Brooklyn. I meant 3. My fault.
I thought you said 3.
Nah, I said 2. But
who was the second team that you were thinking of?
I said I was thinking Philly and Milwaukee, but I forgot about Boston. That's my bad. And Boston, number 1 team in the East. Tripping.
So who's your finals? Way too early finals predictions.
I'm gonna base this on Kyrie actually playing and say Brooklyn going out of that.
You putting stock in Kyrie? You know that's risky. That's
You
as
said
risky as putting your money in the stock market.
That's
High
not
risk, that's high risk, high reward.
That's high, right? High risk, high risk, high
He gets hurt a
reward.
lot, though. He gets hurt a lot. That's one
He
thing.
does. But if those 3 make it to the playoffs healthy and like playing, like I'm gonna take Brooklyn. And then I think my boy Kawhi figured this shit out and get LA up out of it, get the other LA up out.
Look at Prime. So you got Clippers in Boston.
Clippers in Brooklyn.
I'm sorry. Okay. Clippers in Brooklyn. I like that finals too. That's interesting. All right, Frank, what about you? Way too early finals predictions.
All right, I think Giannis finally gets over the hump this year. There's less spotlight around him. I think he can figure. He might. You said way too early, so you can't say oh Lord.
Right.
But I think he'll do it. It's either them or Philly coming out the East. Wild prediction, and then it's the Lakers for the West.
Yeah,
I think LeBron's on a mission again.
Yeah, you know what? We all know what LeBron's on a mission for. Again, I'm not about to be roped in that conversation, but y'all already know what he on the mission for. But if I'm doing my way too early finals predictions, I think I do like Boston. I like Boston. I've been on Boston's train for a while, so I can pick them. And I think the Lakers. Like I wanted to pick the Clippers too, Prime, but I don't know the Lakers.
They're out of the bubble now. We good. We get home cooking and Kawhi get his WD-40 and everything. You know, we good now.
Kawhi actually played good. It was Paul George who was the one who was, my boy wasn't right.
Yeah, man, he get to sleep in his own bed. He got a wife, right? Get a kiss on the forehead, all that,
I think he has a fiance, not a wife. She ain't.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. There's a difference between the two.
He can line up the mistress and all that. My fault. I ain't putting that on you.
Yeah, don't put. Don't do that to that man, bro. What's wrong with you?
My fault. I pulled a Jalen Rose. My bad, Joe.
Oh man, don't do that.
You did a D'Angelo Russell. That's what you
did.
Word, I did D'Angelo.
Whoa, wait, hold on, guys. We can't talk about D-Lo on this podcast like that. Remember that dude I was telling y'all about? That's cool with Book.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. Remember I was telling about that guy that's cool with Book.
Yeah,
it's cool with D-Lo too.
I mean, it's still the truth.
He still did what he did. I can say
that's gonna ruin my chances for meeting Books.
That's public information right there. I can't help it.
It is public information. Oh yeah.
Taco Fall hit a 3 about 30 minutes ago.
Who did?
Taco Fall.
Oh, he hit a 3?
Yeah, he banked it in.
What?
He got more threes than him and Ben Simmons tied now.
Simmons.
Yeah. So before we get up out of here, I need to. There's one topic I wanted to talk about that wasn't on the list. So you guys happen to see what Paul George is doing?
Yeah.
I'm about to leave the meeting.
Oh, what? What'd you say, Frank? Huh?
Said I was about to leave the meeting.
Pascal Siakam, it's kind of close. I'm just gonna say it's kind of close.
I mean,
it's not. It's never been close.
He just had a triple-double the other night. He just had a triple-double the other night.
Those was based off of the bubble situation. The way
it's never been close. I was telling y'all that during the bubble, it was never close.
EJ,
I said in there I would take PG over Pascal, but in that bubble they was playing.
No, what you were saying was I'm taking PG, but the margin is like this thin between the two, and that's never been the case.
At that point in time, it was.
No, never
It
at
was.
any point in time. I was saying it. I was consistent the whole time in saying that Pascal Siakam had never been as close to Paul George. Never.
For that 2 weeks, whatever it was, he was there. It might not be there anymore, but for 2 weeks, he was there.
The man has one move. Like, Chester, you showed me the meme. He has one move. It out now.
Okay. And
it's a lot of basketball players only got one move.
Y'all give them, and they better than Paul George.
Listen,
too, huh?
Listen, that one move just had a triple-double the other night.
Oh, he had one triple-double. Okay.
EJ, he's the number one option. Your man's the number two option. It's a difference.
Yo, Kawhi is better, bro. Like, Kawhi is really good if you didn't know. Kawhi's really
hold on. Last time I checked, is Toronto just out here giving it up? Or are they competitive?
They're competitive.
Toronto's the second worst team in the East right now.
Ooh,
they're pretty bad.
Us.
They is. I mean,
they're really bad.
Just saying.
They just can't win. They ain't got the.
Hold on. They just won last night, I thought.
They definitely at the bottom.
That might be the third worst.
They like
saying, bro. Everybody who's currently on this podcast was talking. Oh, Pascal Siakam is close. It's close. It ain't never been close. I just wanted to take the opportunity to let y'all know that it's never been close.
It's just you trying to control the narrative. Like
I'm not trying to control the narrative. It's never been close.
So Paul George didn't play bad in the playoffs.
No, he played awful.
So Pascal wasn't playing better than him at that time,
bruh.
No, don't say bruh.
Frank, wasn't you saying Pascal wasn't playing that great? You say he was playing better than Paul George, but you said he wasn't playing that great, and I agree with you. In the bubble, I'm talking about.
That's what we was talking about.
That's what we're talking about, the bubble.
Over him, but I mean the way PG was acting,
So what about now? What is PG doing now, though?
No, PG trying to turn back, trying to be up in Indiana again, type deal.
Listen, Paul George is making up for all the disrespect coming his way.
That's a fact, and I appreciate that.
He's doing what he should be doing.
I appreciate right. Everything
was better than Pascal Siakam.
He's doing it.
He's better than Pascal.
No, it's by a mile. It's not as close as y'all keep saying it is. It's by a mile.
It's currently about half a mile.
It's close.
Half a mile? Are you serious? It's by a full mile. Pascal, I don't know why y'all giving him so much extra credit. Like, yes, he won a championship, but he wasn't the man on that team.
I'm not saying it's close, but
it's only been 10, 11 games.
It was too close for my comfort, and I didn't like it, so I had to let him know.
Okay. How about this? If y'all need one shot for y'all life, are y'all giving it to Pascal or y'all giving it to Paul George?
I'm giving it to Paul George. Pascal's gonna spin into somebody.
You said what?
Can Pascal spin first?
It's one shot for your life, Prime.
I'm saying if you give me the spin move, I might think
I'm taking Pascal. You give me the spin included, I'm taking Pascal. It's a bucket.
Y'all be two dead people, bro. Y'all know it. Y'all be dead. Y'all be dead if y'all begging on that spin move. They know it's coming now.
Hey, yo, listen, Paul George ain't that ain't the bar for clutchness.
It's not the bar for clutchness.
Right, though.
No, it's not. It's not. But I'm revisiting something that y'all said during one of our podcasts, that Pascal was close to Paul George, and I was the only one on here saying no, it was never.
Listen, everybody looked good playing next to Kawhi. Pascal won a championship with Kawhi. Your man came out the first round with Kawhi,
but he's never been better than Paul George
on the first go around.
He only played with him 1 year. He ain't have to re-up for
after a lucky shot, right?
Hey,
listen, lucky's part of the game.
I'm just saying.
You gotta be clutch, right? You give me one shot, I don't care how I go in.
I'm saying, bro.
Hey, yo, listen. When y'all needed one shot in 3 games from Paul George, what happened?
They all hit the side. Kawhi's lucky shot bounced in.
Nah, we gotta.
Paul George.
Listen, when you know a player's supposed to be better than what he is, we gotta talk about him. Like we gotta talk about it.
Yeah, but you also need to be realistic. No dude that has one move is better than Paul George, bro. Paul George is arguably a top 5 player in the NBA.
No, he's not.
I said arguably.
I
said arguably.
It's not. It's not arguable.
I said arguably.
I think he's like top 25.
What are you talking about, bro?
I said arguably.
PG arguably top 5.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
What?
Go get some. Hey, what's that? You're a little dehydrated, bro.
5?
I've been. How long have I been on this PG been top 5 thing?
That don't mean you're right.
Way too long.
That's just my opinion. I'm not
Paul
gonna
George
stray away from my opinion. I
Name
still
your top-
I think
name
he's
your
a top
top
5
5.
player.
Name
Yeah,
your current top
who's
5.
in your top 5?
Who's in my top 5 currently?
Yo,
Brian.
Paul George, he better
8.
be 5.
Who?
Paul George better be 5 if he's in
Yeah,
your
he's
top
5.
5.
He's 5.
All right.
Brian, AD. I'm gonna go Katie, excuse me. And then this is very unpopular, but I think Jason Tatum's a top 5 player.
So why is he not the first option?
Hold
Kawhi
on.
is the first option.
So
Oh,
why is not in your list?
No, I'm going PG, then I'm going Kawhi.
But you said
I'm
you
out.
said Kawhi,
Hey, yo,
you said
I
Kawhi was
can't-
better.
I can't do this. I can't do
I'm going Kawhi.
You
Then
choosing
PG.
PG over Kawhi Leonard?
No, I'm saying I'm going over. I'm going
Hey, yo, Brian.
Kawhi then PG.
Hey, yo, probably missed that trolling I've been talking about, man.
Oh, my God.
This the trolling EJ do now.
He said, hold on. EJ, you said Bron,
AD,
AD,
KD,
AD.
KD,
Kawhi,
Kawhi.
and PG.
So he better than Giannis.
Listen, man.
He better than JT. He
better
better than
than-
Embiid.
Oh yeah, and B can't stay on the floor.
Oh my
What?
God.
Embiid's he's really not that unhealthy of a
Hold
player.
on. Your man can?
When the last time out? Paul George played last season with 2 surgically repaired shoulders. What are you talking about?
It didn't look like he was out there. He was better off missing.
He looked like
Paul
Mark.
George is not. He's not better than Curry. He's not better than Jason Tatum.
I was about
right
to
now.
say Curry.
It's a
He ain't
long
better than
list.
Klay Thompson. He ain't better than Klay Thompson with the
He's
knee.
definitely better. He better than Klay Thompson, bro.
You tripping?
He's not better than Jokic.
Obviously, he's not a better shooter than Klay Thompson, but all around.
He's not a better defender than Klay Thompson. He's not a better basketball
that's
player
up
than
for
Klay
debate.
Thompson.
That's up for debate.
That's not up for debate.
Klay Thompson ain't
If
never
you want a
been.
game winner, just put Paul George on me.
Klay Thompson ain't never been in a debate for defensive player of the year. He's never been in that debate.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. You can control that. Klay Thompson.
You know he's on NBA first team, right? Defense, right?
Yes. But
That's all I need. I need
that
all
second year in
OKC.
that second year OKC, was Paul George not in the conversation for defensive player of the year and MVP in the same year?
Well,
Yes, he was.
He was.
Klay Thompson, they never did that. Klay Thompson have never done that. He's a great player. I love Klay,
Yeah,
but he ain't never did that.
Yeah, because just because he
This is a
doesn't care
media
about that. and he wants-
situation, though. That's a media situation.
Now it's immediate. Now Paul George is always media driven.
I
Paul George
mean,
actually played really well that season.
No, I'm
I
not.
mean, he
I'm
was
not
the
taking it
second
away from
option,
PG.
EJ.
I'm saying Clay ain't getting it because it's media driven. I'm not taking away from what PG did. PG, my guy. I wore his sneakers. If I don't like you, I ain't wearing your sneakers. So,
Right. Well, I wear Kyrie sneakers every time I hoop. So, yeah.
what kind of? Hey yo,
Yo, do a chest do I not?
Interesting.
hey, yo, listen.
I have never bought a. I'm not saying I don't like LeBron like that. But I never bought a pair of LeBrons in my life.
Wow. I don't hate LeBron that much. I don't hate him at all, but I wear shoes.
Got the South Beach 10s though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, or 9s.
But
whatever.
yo, Kyrie's shoes is bad comfortable though, bro. I'm sorry. I can't deny it, bro. His shoes comfortable, man.
Hey,
I
yo.
can't stand him, but I love his shoes though.
Hey, yo, back to your man, Paul George. Like, Paul George is media driven, man. That's the first time I've ever seen the second option be in the consideration for MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Like, who team was that, EJ?
Russ.
Who team was he playing on?
Russ.
So how does he get MVP if
Because
that's
he
Russ?
actually was snapping down a stretch that year.
Okay, EJ. Kobe snapped too, but they still gave the NBA Finals to Shaq. Like, it happened.
See, these are ongoing conversations that I love to have on this podcast. This is why we do this. Because the
I
conversation
think all the viewers, like, we need to drop below in the comments if you think Paul George is top 5. I bet it's going to be a whole lot of absolutely not.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put that.
post it.
I'm gonna look for that clip. I'm gonna post it.
All right.
And I need y'all to
You
retweet
post
it.
You gotta say,
I'll
let
put
me
it on
know
my-
what
I'll
you
put it
think
on
in the
my
comments.
story.
You gonna
Okay.
see that.
I want reactions from this.
Hopefully we get more viewers and then we get more people that want to come on and they're like, oh, how come Paul George is top 5 over this player and this player, this player?
Paul George top 5, bro.
Yes.
Dog. I'm tripping.
I've been on this soapbox for 2 years now.
So he better than he really better than Steph Curry. That's what you're saying.
I take him over Steph Curry.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Me personally, I love Steph too.
Okay.
Yo, people don't give Paul George enough credit for being like a legit two-way player though. Like he
He's
really
not.
does lock up.
He
He
doesn't.
didn't say that. It's
And y'all
just
saying it because he's getting shots hit over by other like really good players. Dame Lillard
nah.
is a Hall of Fame caliber player. He's a really good player.
He's not better than Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
Who else hit a shot in Paul George's face? Somebody else who's a Hall of Fame. Was it KD? Hall of Fame level. These are great
Butler's
players.
done it
Somebody
twice.
just did it 2 days ago.
Who did it? Who was it?
Who hit it in his face 2 days ago?
No, I'm saying who was it?
I'm trying to. I don't know. That's my point.
Oh,
It wasn't a Hall of Fame player.
but the players that have been hitting in his face, quote to speak, they're really good players though.
Nah,
You know what I'm
I mean that's a joke, but I'm still taking. You're not about to say I'm not about to take Paul George over Klay Thompson. Bro.
Okay, well, that's why we debate sports. That's why we have podcasts, where we have platforms where we come on and we talk about things such as this because it's nice banter, it's nice conversation. If you're a sports junkie, you don't get any you get excitement out of this and you don't feel like any tiredness talking about this type of stuff. So this is why I do it. Again, I thank all you guys for coming on today. And
Hey, quick side note.
Yes, sir.
Andre Drummond just had 33 and 23.
Right. But how many free throws did he hit?
It don't matter. He had 33 and 23.
Okay. They going to the playoffs?
They might.
They might.
They might. My boy Colin Sexton out there balling. He figured it out. What you talking about?
That's your boy now?
Nah, he been saying that all year. I just been ignoring him every time. He's been saying it. He's been saying that Colin Sexton is his boy.
Facts.
Oh man.
Facts.
All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for, again, like I said, coming on the Ham and Turkey and discussing basketball today. Y'all tore me away from football, which is quite a task.
Man, don't make us wait too late to do the next
my bad. That's on me.
Okay, we'll be back in another 3 months, y'all. Talk basketball.
Yeah, I set up another podcast in a month when there's actually some significant games that's being played. You know what I mean?
If the league's not shut down by then, because it's not
right.
Like
yeah,
they gonna talk to the MLB and they gonna figure out how they did it.
Hey, yo, Prime, we just got to figure out a way to get 10-day contracts. That's it.
That's it. I just need 10 days, bro. Give me the Jerry Lynn treatment real quick. Jeremy Lynn.
Absolutely.
Give me 10 days and one game. We out. We here.
Well, as you see, we're gonna be back again. Now I don't know when we're gonna be back again, but we will be back. So, oh no, it's not gonna be 3 months, but it will be. It's not gonna be significant time, but it'll be like a month. I mean, we gotta get some games under their belts. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get some significant.
I usually don't judge a team until like 15, 20 in.
Right. We gotta get some significant time in. So we'll be back, but this was just a podcast that had to be done right away. So again, I appreciate all my viewers, the very little viewers that I have. I appreciate you guys for watching this and supporting the Ham and Turkey. Does anybody want to plug in their social medias and things of that nature before we get up out of here?
JustHoopBasketball.com. Just _hoop. I mean _just_hoop_. My fault. I'm tripping.
You don't even know his own handles?
It's too many handles. Prime 22 time on IG, and we're gonna leave it at that.
All right, there we go. Anybody else plugging in any social media? Frank, you don't want to be famous? Karina won't let you be famous?
Yeah, I'm good. If anyone wants to play me in 2K, add me on PlayStation at FD very rare. I'll beat you by 50.
Yes, sir.
Whoa. We playing tonight, Frank.
Oh, let's go. There it is. All right. There's the challenge. All righty, guys. I'm going to sign off. We're going to be done recording, and I will see you guys again on the next episode of the